Now we've got our flour and our baking powder in a bowl. We need to stir those together. Then we're going to add our butter. Chop it into smaller pieces because we need to coat it in flour so we can mix it together to make some breadcrumbs. We did this before, remember? We get our fingers with flour on it and then we start breaking it into pieces and mixing it till it becomes breadcrumbs. Can you see where I'm mixing my flour? I'm rubbing it in and the margarine will go right into the flour. Can you see? All my butter's gone. Now we need to add the sugar and the sultanas, and we're going to give that a mix around. And then we're going to add our milk and our egg mix that we weighed out earlier, just a little bit at a time because we don't want to make it too gooey. So I'm just going to put that much in to start with, and I'm going to mix it together. And then I'll add some more. And I'm going to mix it until it comes to a dough, like it did for the biscuits. Keep adding little bits of milk. Don't add it all in one go, otherwise it might be too sticky. Once it starts coming to form a dough like this, you know that you've put enough in there. I didn't have to use all my milk and egg mix. I've still got that much left. Now you're going to use your hands to bring it together so that we can roll it out and make our scones. We need to sprinkle a little bit of flour onto our work surface, and then we're going to bring our dough out and we're going to put it, and we're just going to move it around and knead it a little bit, just like that. Perfect. I've sprinkled some more flour on the top and a little bit on my rolling pin, and we need to roll. We don't want to make it too flat because there's nothing worse than a flat scone. So we're just going to take it to about the thickness of the top of your finger, that bit there. See? The same thickness. Now, the cutting out is the fun. I've got special scone cutter because I make scones a lot. But it doesn't matter if you haven't got a scone cutter. If you've got Play-Doh cutters, you can always use a round or a square one of those, or if you haven't, you can just use a mug. There you go. A mug will do just as well. I'm going to do the rest in my cutter. Cut them out and put them on your pre-lined baking tray. I've just used greaseproof paper on here. Once you've cut out your scones, you're going to have some left. So bring it back all together, do a little bit of this, make it all into one mix, re-roll and cut again. And you can do this until all your mixture is finished. Now I can't cut this, it's not going to go into my cutter, so I'm just going to make it into a round ball shape. Okay, when you've done this, this is where you need your extra egg. And with our egg, we're just going to put it on here. You can use a knife if you haven't got one of these spatulas. And we're just going to put a bit of egg on the top. And that's going to make it nice and shiny. My timer is set for 10 minutes. My scones are in the oven, so let's count down. My scones have cooked after 10 minutes. Look how lovely and brown they are on top. What you need to do now is put them on a cooling rack, and when they're cooled down, you can enjoy eating them. You can have them with just butter or butter and jam, or as a special treat, we like to have them with jam and clotted cream. Yum. Enjoy. Thank you for making scones today with me. See you next time.